So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to have a word with all the senior people over here. And so far as Bank of Baroda is concerned, yes, very rightly said, it was in 2018 September when the RBI came out with a coordination policy. So under the coordination policy, there were certain hiccups which didn't took off. Although the policies, the board approved policies were enforced with all the banks, but ultimately it ended up having certain MOUs with various NBFCs, but none of the transactions came into limelight. So ultimately, what happened is in the year 2020, the RBI again came out with a policy wherein certain modifications were made under this coordination, and it was now termed as co-lending. So under this co-lending, we used to have two models. One was previously called as a mandatory option, wherein the difference we have to understand. Under the mandatory option, what was being done is the NBFCs, they were doing the processing. Simultaneously, the processing was done by the banks of a particular account. When the processing was done for the, as per their guidelines, the NBFC was processing and bank were processing. And ultimately, the sanction was given. After giving the sanction, that particular amount was given to the escrow account. And from the escrow account, ultimately the disbursement has to take place. In our bank, it didn't took place, and I hope in many of the public sector, it didn't. So ultimately, because all the banks and these NBFCs, they are having a different common lending they are having different lending programs. So there has to have a common lending program. So to drive a common lending program, what was to be done is they have to have a common lending platform wherein the decisions can be taken how to do the this lending. So ultimately, under this discretionary arrangement, what came into force was under this co-lending, which came into effect from this December in the year 2020. So NBFC will be sanctioning their portfolio, whatever they want, they have to sanction it. After sanctioning, there is not going to be any minimum holding period. Those particular sanctions, they will be shared with the banks. The bank will have a right to have a cherry picking out of it. They will derive they will sanction the proposals according to the set framework, which has already been framed between the NBFC and the bank. So that we call it as a common lending program. So framing a common lending program with the bank and NBFC is a big challenge. So ultimately, I was personally involved in one of them, and it took almost 4 to 5 months to frame the common lending program. So once this facility has been sanctioned by the NBFC, then within there has to be a TAT of say 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever has been entered into. Out of that, some proposals will be given to the bank, and the bank will process it, and accordingly it will sanction it. Now, after doing the cherry picking, this 80% of the share, it might be it is in the ratio 20-80. So 80% of the share the bank is going to finance, and that amount will be disbursed towards this escrow account, which is being maintained by the bank itself on the behalf of the NBFC. And out of that, then again, it will be taken by the company, and so forth. This process will go on. So the challenges which we are facing under this particularly co-lending program nowadays also, although as a Bank of Baroda, we have entered into 5 MOUs, and with 1 or 2 NBFCs, we have already entered into a CLP, which is the common lending program, which is likely to be implemented within next 5-7 days. Although we have delayed it because of the COVID reasons, and so all these reasons, because the staff availability was not there. So ultimately, what is going to happen in this case is the banks as well as the DFS, top management of the bank as well as the DFS, they are after the banks that yes, the only action has to be under SMEs by way of co-lending only, because the banks have failed in their funding to the vanilla sort of SMEs, because the recovery mechanism of the bank is not so strong as it is strong in the case of NBFCs. So ultimately, this is the best way of doing it. Yesterday, I was having one of the meeting wherein we had submitted that we can take it forward for the this micro funding also, for the MFIs also. Under this co-lending program, it can go ahead. So under this discretionary arrangement, where the banks have been given a right to have a cherry picking sort of thing, it is going to be helpful for the banks also, and it will be a win-win situation for the NBFCs as well as the banks. So we are moving forward in this direction now.